Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Of course, my name is Nick, and here we do talk toys, pop culture, and or general nerddom of all kinds. And sometimes, just sometimes, when there are other adventures to be gotten into, we do talk a little shit about other subjects. Today what we are going to talk about is toys, just like always. And what we are going to do is have another toy review. Without further ado, let's talk about what it is. We were able to go to GameStop this week, the wife and I, and we located the entirety of the Batman Begins wave that just came out from McFarlane Toys. Now, there are only a couple of figures I want in that. I want the Nightmare Batman. I wasn't able to find that, but I was able to find the Red Platinum Scarecrow, and I was able to find Michael Keaton Batman. And of course, this is Batman 89, and of course, this is a reissue of a figure that came with a Batmobile and a figure that came in a movie 6-pack. Now, I do have both other versions of the figures. There are a couple of subtle differences with them, such as capes and, you know, a couple of other paint differences, like the symbol on the chest may be a little more yellow in other places than others. I mean, it's kind of choose your own 89 Batman adventure with McFarlane. But the good news is we were able to pick up the new one. It is chock full of accessories. This is an amazing figure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at said figure here in just a moment. But before we do, if you don't mind, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell in case you like the content. Because there are always other things coming down the pipe on this channel, such as some Lexington Comic Con media here in a couple days. And also Rewind Time Toy Show, which I am going to do media for on April 12th. It is a smaller show in Lexington, Kentucky. If you don't know what Rewind Time Toy Show is, check that out online. That said, I'm going to steer us back to the review. Let's punch in, and let's see where I got these wonderful toys. Alright guys, here we have the McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman, and of course this is Michael Keaton's portrayal of Batman in Batman 1989. As you can see, it is the standard McFarlane box with your DC Multiverse stuff. Huge window here. Mine's a little bit damaged, thanks for that, GameStop. You see up in the corner 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, 12 plus. Standard stuff. You come down the side, of course, you have Batman 1989 here. You've got a really cool still shot of him jumping on the two criminals at the first part of the movie. Down here you've got some barcode action, a little legalese, some social media stuff. Down here again you got DC Universe Infinite, another scanning code, some Batman logo, and then some DC Multiverse again. On the bottom, should you need it, I will show you. Oh, well, they've got the barcode covered up. Hold on just one moment and we'll fix that. Bloop. And ba-bow, here's the actual barcode should you need it for this figure. Alright guys, what we're going to do is we're going to crack this guy out of the package. We're going to do it like we always do. We're going to talk accessories first. Alright, let's talk about accessories. First off, Batman comes with two-fisted hands for beating the hell out of bad guys. He's got the Batmobile remote. If anybody remembers the scene where he was like, Batmobile, stop, and Vicky Vale screamed bloody murder, that's what that came from. Man, Kim Basinger, what a set of lungs, right? She should have been like a scream queen in a horror film. You have a grapnel gun hand and a hand for slapping the crap out of the Joker, which I would call this his pimp hand, I suppose. And then here you have two bat throwing stars that I don't remember him using in the film, but they are nicely painted gold in the middle, and they do have some blades going on. You do have his infamous grapnel gun. Now, I think on the NECA version this folds up or comes apart or something. I don't remember. You'll have a Batarang. It does not have the tips painted silver, but it is the Batarang from the film. You do have the Batmobile remote that I mentioned earlier that goes with that one specific hand. And you do have two poles for extending the cape. Now, it does come with two other accessories, which I haven't gotten out of the box. And these are the boring stuff. It's just the McFarlane DC Multiverse stand and the trading card that comes with the figure. Let's take a look at good old Batman himself. Alright, here is Batman out of the box. No fancy poses, no nothing. As you can see, the detail is definitely there. The likeness to Michael Keaton is absolutely fantastic. You got the nice yellow bat symbol like it was in the movie with the gold belt. This is actually painted correct. The release that came out with the Batmobile had a gold bat symbol and a gold belt. I think the movie 6-pack version and the Batmobile version all use the same buck, though, as far as bodies. He does have the standard 22-point articulation that we've come to know and love out of good old Uncle Todd. Gripes I have with this figure are you can see that, again, the cowl is detached. Now, if we all remember Batman 89, he had to turn his body to be able to actually turn in the film. So he could look at things, because the cowl was one piece. He couldn't turn his head. So he would have to turn his body to look at stuff. So again, this reminds me more of Christian Bale than it does Michael Keaton, but that's okay. Down here, of course, we have a cape, and it is cloth goods, but the problem I have with this cape is it is this noisy ass, I don't know if you guys can hear it, this noisy ass vinyl kind of plasticky, I don't know. I mean, it's super shiny. I don't remember Batman's cape being that shiny. It may have been in the film, but again, not quite positive. But as you can see, the sculpt work on this figure is absolutely fantastic. It does have all the tchotchkes from the film, of course, all the way down, I do believe, to the Bat Nikes, but they just don't have the Nike logo. But Nike did make a pair of boots for this film, and, you know, they did have spats over top of them. But yeah, I mean, this is very much in line with the film. Again, standard 22 points of articulation. You've got, you know, the head turning. You got the neck that looks up and down. You got butterfly joints, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rock, wrist rotation, a little bit of ab crunch, some waist rotation. You've got legs that kick pretty good, double jointed knees. You don't have a thigh cut on this guy, unfortunately, but you do have ankle rock, ankle pivot, and toticulation. So again, playing all the McFarlane hits, this figure for me, even though I have two gripes about it, still a 10 because he can display really well with my McFarlane Batmobile. So I'm not really going to complain about that. I hope they make the rest of the wave. I hope we get a Joker, and I hope Jack Nicholson would like to sign his likeness off for that. He might not. But yet again, I would hope he would before he passes, because that would be an amazing figure to add to this. We also need a Batman Returns wave as well. I would love to see a Penguin and a Catwoman in a different version of this suit here. That would be fantastic. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. Is that something you'd like to see as McFarlane or Batman fans? Let's do some size comparisons. Alright, so this guy clocks in at about 7.2 inches tall. And he does scale pretty well with the rest of your figure collection. As you can see here, I do have him next to Odious the Living Curse from the Big Bad Toy Store. And I do have him next to, of course, the old standby on this channel, good old Ringside Collectibles exclusive Danhausen. He does fit pretty well with both of these scale-wise, as you can see here. And he does scale well, of course, with your McFarlane figures. The final thoughts on this guy, solid 10 out of 10. Excellent, excellent release from good old Uncle Todd. I would advise not sleeping on this figure and getting one of your own. I will leave a link below so you can find one of these, or you can check your local stores alternatively. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me today and checking out the review of the McFarlane DC Multiverse 1989 Keaton Batman from the new Batman Begins wave. Hell of a figure. I have no complaints about it. I don't like the fact that the head is sort of detached from the cowl, because it's not that accurate, and I don't like the fact that the cape is made out of that noisy, shiny vinyl stuff, but those are two very, very minor gripes for a really, really excellent figure. It does, like I said, come chock full of accessories. You can get your own for around $22.99, $23.99 at GameStop, somewhere around that. Or if you catch them at Target, probably around $19.99. It fits well in any McFarlane 89 Batmobile, and it looks great when photographed, as you can see from the beginning of the video. So, guys, that said, I'm going to punch out. And if you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Do good, be good, stay legendary, and I will see you guys in the next video.